Now I don't love you. Go around camp. No first.
Your best bad woman,
Objective for you and to learn as much as you. And only 20 years. Our school is known for excellence. And what we do here today will speak volume of what people will say. So therefore, we encourage you all to put up your best behavior on campus and in the streets of Freetown always. Now, I'll take this opportunity to call on a distinguished lady that graced the corridors of our great school several years ago. This beautiful lady is now married. She is a member of the Albert Academy Board. She is the UMC Conference Treasurer. She is a commissioner of the Income Tax Appellate Board. She is no less a person, but a lady that belongs to the class of 1997, Mrs. Elfrida Kadi Brema Fawundu, to do the welcome address. A round of applause to her, please.
Thank you so very much, my brother. Good morning. Good morning. Are we all happy to be here? Yes, oh yes, it's a great day, not so? And so I want to thank God for today, a wonderful day like this. I want to, on behalf of the committee, welcome you all to today's program. It's the 1st of October and we start the Albert Academy month proper, not so? And if you see all of our old guys here, it's to motivate you that education is the way. It is the only way. And so if you want years after today to stand here proudly, you should be serious today, not so? And so I want to welcome you all, even as we start today's program. I want to assure you all that you have a wonderful time and cooperate and let's have fun and reminisce the days when school we are proud to go to schools. I tell my kids, I said in those days, with a belief with school, you want to go to school, you just don't want to go to school, you want to go to specific schools, like the Albert Academy, not so? And so if you see my ladies here, we don't joke with Albert Academy because we know what it meant to us. We know how much value it added to what we are today. And so take your schoolwork seriously. And once more, I want to welcome you all. And I hope we have a good time together. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. A louder round of applause for a beautiful lady, a pupil today, Mrs. Fawundu. It gives me the greatest pleasure to call on stage the dynamic Vice President of the Albert Academy Alumni Association. She is no less a person, the head girl for today, the indefatigable, the woman of timber and caliber, the woman with gravitas, the woman that is ironclad with positivity, energy, and enthusiasm. Please give a louder round of applause as I call on stage Madam Zainab Ataya Tabar.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you hear the words, the introduction from a farmer? That is an academician. That's what we knew. When we went to the corridors of the school, we were taught to speak eloquently. Whenever we speak, they know we were academicians. I am Zainab Ataya Bangura, your first female vice president of the Albert Academy Alumni Association. President of class of 1997. Chairperson for the fundraising committee of the Albert Academy and co-chair for the 120th anniversary and planning. We're excited to be here today, but please allow me, on behalf of President Bismarck Coker, who will be here shortly, to introduce all of our members, distinguished and esteemed academicians. For many of you, the younger generation, I'm sure you are really surprised to see women standing up here today. There were days when women attended the Albert Academy. Those were the best days of Albert Academy, believe it or not. So allow me to introduce them, okay? Please give a round of applause for Mrs. Jerry Dingy. She's also my classmate from the distinguished class of 1997. Give a round of applause for IC2. Mrs. IC2, sister, please. Another female academician. If you don't clap for the female member, we are not talking. Give a round of applause for Florence Rogers, please. And give a round of applause for Aisatuddin Sisay. Proud one too. Give a round of applause for Yeno Cabo, please. And wait. We the alumni has different chapters, and I started from the Washington DC chapter. Give a round of applause for the Secretary General of the Washington DC chapter, Al. So, listen, gentlemen, listen, okay? And give a round of applause again for the lady that just welcomed you all, Brima. She's my classmate. Elfrida. Nila Vali, they call her. Okay? And the head girl is not putting on her socks properly. So I have to discipline you this morning. You want me to kneel down, Madam Principal? I'll gladly do that. Okay. But before I drop the mic, very, very quickly. You see, when we attended Albert Academy, when we heard the voice of our principal or vice principal, for us then, it was the late Abraham Kaiselo. We know instantly that we need to comport ourselves. And we know instantly that our ties need to be in order. We knew instantly that our socks should be properly worn. See how she corrected me? So, let me leave you with these words, okay? The first letter of the alphabet is A, isn't it? And we are Albert Academy. A above all. Keep it that way. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Our distinguished Vice President of the Albert Academy Alumni Association. We are now calling, or rather introducing to the stage, Please let a very new old boy introduce himself.
Yeah, the first name is Arthur, last name Oliver, class of 93.
Welcome. So, as I was saying, I will now introduce a very distinguished Sierra Leonean. A Sierra Leonean that has dedicated his life to protecting lives and property. This individual is a very senior member of the Sierra Leone Police. He is no less a person to talk on law enforcement and discipline. He's no less a person than the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Brahma Kamara, Head of Media and Communications, Sierra Leone Police. Mr. Kamara, please.
Good morning. Good morning, school. I'm commonly called Media One, meaning I speak for and on behalf of the Sierra Leone Police. That's the job I do, and it's a job I like doing. I'm here to speak on the topic, the importance of maintaining discipline and law enforcement among educational institutions in Sierra Leone. But it is going to be contextualized to your own situation. So I should be referring to pupils of Albert Academy. And I'm sure you all know some of the functions of the police. Also, who can tell me one of the functions of the police? To save lives and property. To protect the country. That's very good. So which means you have fair knowledge about the work we do. Even though sometimes we have a kind of running battles, but the fact remains you know what we do. I'm here this morning to look at the issue of discipline as well as enforcement. And you might want to know, what is discipline?
That's right.
You might want to know what is discipline. From the notes I prepared, we say it refers to the practice of training oneself to follow the rules. Training oneself to follow the rules. That tells you when the rules are established, it becomes your responsibility as a citizen or as a pupil to ensure that you follow those rules. When rules are prepared, when rules are established, it becomes your responsibility as a pupil to follow those rules. So you have to do what we call the self. We talk about the code of conduct, often involving self-control and adherence to a set of standards or principles. You adhere to a set of standards. And I'm sure for Albert Academy, they have their standards. Maybe I just saw something just now, somebody was imitating, or somebody was pretending to be the head girl, and I'm sure she was not properly clad. And you saw what the teacher did. These are standards set, and then they expect you to follow those standards. And when you follow them, it means you are disciplined. That's self-discipline. But there's also the aspect of enforcement of laws. We normally say when laws are made, somebody must be there to enforce those laws. In the school situation, who enforces the law? In the school, who enforces the law? The principal, the teachers, and sometimes we even delegate to the pupils. We make them what? Prefects. So if you are made a prefect in class, it means some authority, some power, and some control have been delegated to you. It now becomes your responsibility to ensure that the rules set for that particular class, we must obey them. But what do we stand to benefit where there are rules where there are regulations and where those regulations are followed. I'm seeing a very small colleague. Doc? About answer. The first thing I will say, it provides a kind of safe learning environment. It provides a kind of safe learning environment. And why do we say it provides a kind of safe learning environment? Where there is discipline, or when there is the enforcement of rules and regulations. There is nothing like bullying. If we are disciplined and then laws are being enforced, there is nothing like bullying. Nothing like bullying. And we know when we have bullers, we have some people, well, they come to school because they have the might, they have the power, or maybe they have the strength, they can bully other people. But where there is discipline and where there is law enforcement, that one will not happen. So which means the environment becomes safe, not only for you, the pupils, but it becomes safe for even the teachers as well. And secondly, we say it promotes respect and responsibility. Respect and responsibility. How does it happen? Because you know the rules are there and you know who are enforcing the rules or who is there to instill discipline, there's going to be that kind of mutual respect for one another. Normally they say respect is reciprocal. You respect me and then I have to respect you as well. Not so? And then we now know who has the responsibility to ensure that those laws are enforced. So where there is discipline, the first one I said, it creates a kind of safe learning environment, like your environment here, and then it promotes respect and responsibility. It also enhances academic performance. It enhances academic performance. And this is very important. It says a structured environment contributes to better academic outcomes. When rules are enforced, pupils are more likely to engage in learning activities leading to improved standards or improved performance. For as long as you know there is discipline, for as long as you know that laws are being enforced, you know what is going to happen? We expect you to do well in school. And then at the end of the day, you can compete with other grade A schools. So discipline is very key, and discipline is very important. We say also it prepares you for the future challenges ahead of you. Future challenges. You cannot spend all your time in school. It will come a time you will leave the school, you go to university, you face another environment, and then from the university, you go to the universe and get a work to do. So you have to observe with other people. If you do not have the discipline, if you are unable to imbibe that kind of discipline within you, and then you cannot thrive well in those other environments. So discipline prepares you for that one. How you mold yourself, how you tend to be very much compliant with rules and regulations. Listen to the teachers, listen to the prefects in class, and obey their instructions. And then when there are laws, make sure you obey those laws and live within the ambit of the law as well. The other one is saying it encourages positive behavior. You know, when you are well molded, you behave well. Not so? If you came from a disciplined house, you are always well molded. Or if you attend a school that ensures that there is always discipline, rules and regulations are obeyed, you are well molded to live in any society, and your behavior is going to be very positive. And somebody will say you are coming from a very good home, or you are coming from a very good school. So discipline is very key. They say it builds a supportive community. A community is a group of people. So not only you, the teachers, and even the neighborhoods. The neighborhoods, your parents, they all form part of this community. They all form part of this community. So for as long as you maintain discipline, there is going to be a very good rapport.
After the session, there will be question and answer. If you don't pay attention, when a question is asked to you and you don't get the correct answer, you will be punished. So it's better for you to pay attention. After this session, we will ask questions. So be prepared. So like I said, it builds a supportive community. It says a school that prioritizes discipline, like your school, fosters what? A sense of community. Pupils, teachers, and parents can collaborate more effectively in a respectful and orderly environment. This is what is happening now. You see the alumni. It is because there is discipline. This is why they are here. They've left long ago. Some left long ago, but they are still here. They are working with the team. They are working with the school to ensure that they continue to maintain the ethos of this school. It reduces disruptive behavior. Sometimes, if there are issues and if there are problems in school, you know what happens? You know what happens? If there are issues and there are problems in school, you know what happens? Pupils are fighting, they are throwing stones. There's going to be the normal disruption of schooling. No school, nothing will happen. Everybody will be running helter-skelter. To save your life. You want your safety. So basically, I'm concluding. Hello? I'm concluding. Basically, we are saying you have to be disciplined and you have to ensure that when laws are made, where there are regulations and where there are rules, your job is to comply. Your job there is to comply. Be compliant and ensure that you do the best you could at the end of the day to live within those laws you have within the classroom or even outside the classroom. I think it is almost raining, or so I think I have to call it a halt here. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, you can ask. Ask questions?
Do you have any questions? Any questions? This is an interactive session. Do you have any questions to ask? We'll give you the mic to ask your question.
Well, in the absence of any question, I think I should get the curtain down. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause. A big round of applause.
Well, as you don't listen to waiting,
Thank you very much.
media one of the Sierra Leone police.
So,
as you don't
we've listened to the Sierra Leone police
about
and
discipline.
we've learned a lot.
Well, we're still there.
However,
there
are more to learn.
chance, but we still
That's why we are here.
they try to make sure.
That's
to
why we
bring this
attend the great Albert Academy,
broadcast to you.
the school
And
of excellence.
just join with
The
this
school
the
of knowledge.
Alumni Association
So,
of the Albert
I will
Academy.
call Mr.
They
Farmer
celebrate
to
120
introduce
years
the next
anniversary,
speaker.
and this is the back to school.
Mr. Farmer,
session.
please. Thank you so much, my co-presenter, Mr. Polly. Our next speaker is going to speak on a very important topic. We all see the effects of the topic he's going to speak on. As pupils, we need to stay away from drugs. Drug misuse and abuse is not good. The effects it will have on you or on your mental state is devastating. So I will call on an individual, a very passionate Sierra Leonean, that is so desirous of seeing a society that is free from the misuse and abuse of drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, now pupils for today, please give a round of applause as I introduce Mr. Abib Tiagori Kamara, Executive Director, Social Linkages for Youth Development and Child Links, Sierra Leone. He's going to speak on the topic, the effects of drug abuse and misuse in Sierra Leone. Please pay keen attention and learn about the harmful effects of drug misuse and abuse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farmer. Good morning. As I have been introduced, I am a drug campaigner in Sierra Leone. I work with young people that are associated with drugs. And on behalf of my organization, which is Social Linkages for Youth Development and Child Link, I want to commend the alumni of Albert Academy for taking this topic as one of the topics for the Albert Academy program, Back to School. You are the features of Sierra Leone. As you know, in all communities now in Sierra Leone, there is an increase of drugs. And young people are the causative agents for drugs. So, I'm so happy to talk to you today about the topic given unto me, the effect of drugs, abuse and misuse in Sierra Leone. Lately, from 2021 to date, we are all seeing in our community the effect of drugs on communities and on families and on schools, administrations, and retainer of schools. The effect of drugs abuse in Sierra Leone, we have so many causative agents associated with it. One is health problem. If you are abusing or misusing drugs, you may have a health implication. You may have a mental health disorder which goes along with stress, anxieties, and the others. You have what we call socio-economic. The present workforce or the future workforce of these nations relies on you that are currently in schools. If you use drugs, you might drop out of schools. And if you can use drugs, the social impact on communities is much. And currently in our communities, we are seeing a lot of crime rates. Crime rates are caused by drugs. Crime rates are caused by drugs in society. Drug is not good for you, and drug is not good for your family, and drug is not good for Sierra Leone. We are all seeing breaking families now. Drug is one of the most positive agents to breaking families. During our own days in schools, we have priorities. Drugs were not our priorities. Drugs was not priorities for students those days in schools. But now, the current scenario that is going on in Sierra Leone, you see young ones as small as 9, 10 have started taking drugs. But we miss it as a country. When the war finished in this country, the TRC, which is the Truth and Reconciliation Report that came out in 2001, said 85% of those who fought the war were substance abuse users. During the war, they were using children like your type. The rebels were capturing young children as small as 7, 10 years. They were using those children as emissaries. But when the war finished in this country, the then government or the then international community, when the DDR came, we never did what we call rehabilitation. Anybody that takes drugs for about a year or two needs rehabilitation. The mental build-up, the health build-up has been interrupted. So you need rehabilitation. All of you here know about the name which they call Kush. Kush is very dangerous to your health. Kush is very dangerous to your educational abilities. During the past years, we have saw a lot of school dropouts based on the misuse and abuse of drugs. And this drug called Kush, Kush is a drug that is being formed in concoction. It is a psychoactive substance. As a psychoactive substance, it is not good and it is very addictive. Anybody that starts smoking Kush for about 1 month, the addiction and the urge will come. So we want to use you people. We need to reach out to you younger for you people to know about the education about drugs. Drugs is not for children. If you want to become your mentors or those that you are seeing today here, if you want to become them, you have to go off from Kush. You have to go off from drugs. Most of them passed here and they do not take drugs. And that is the reason you are seeing them today. Some of them are directors, some of them are lawyers. If you want to become a lawyer tomorrow or a medical doctor or somebody that is an activist, say no to, say no to, say no to. Kush is not good. Any drug is not good. Even alcohol is a drug, but it is a registered substance. Don't go near those substances. Those substances will not make you to become a lawyer, will not make you become an alumni of Albert Academy. If you continue push or substance in your early age, you will drop out of school, you will die earlier, and you will become criminals. And none of you here don't want to become a criminal. Again, to the school authorities, this is to the school authorities and the alumni. It is our responsibility for us as school authorities to make the school environment have a space and to implement or put drug-related substance education into our curriculum. Make the schools has seminars, workshops, debates on drugs and substances, or incorporate drug and substance into our educational curriculum. You have to catch them when they are young. Now these children are young. You will have to catch them when they are young. They need to have drug and substance education. To the counseling department of the school, the counseling department needs to take an advantage and talks with the alumni in terms of this. For the alumni, in terms of drug relations, you have to be coming and giving mentorships, classes or talks in schools which has a relations or a talk show about drugs. As alumnus, majority of you guys are lawyers, medical practitioners, journalists, fourth estate people. So you have a lot of children that are looking on for you. Coming to them and give a talk to them is very essential. So on this note, mentorship is very key in terms of drugs approach. If the past students are coming around, talking to you, mentoring you, your mindset will be changed. So on that note, we talk about drugs. It is an opportunity given unto me to talk to you guys. I will draw upon this to have my point of contact, which came with me here for us to be having a quarterly talks in assembly to you people, because you are young, you want to aspire as the people you are seeing here. Before you come here or you dress to come back to school in the next 5 or 6 years, you have to take your education very paramount and say no to drugs. Drugs is something that depicts your future. So I am leaving you with one addict or one assignment which you have to take out to your communities and even for your colleagues that are not here. Say no to. Say no to. You are not here for kush. You are here to educate yourself, to become your elders you are seeing here today. They went to school, they came to this school, but they never took drugs. That is the reason you are seeing them here today. Please associate yourself with drugs. So on behalf of myself and my organization, I want to say thanks to the Albert Academy Alumni. I want to say thanks to the school authority for allowing me to talk to you about drugs. Drugs has taken about 15 to 16% of the young population of this country. So I want to say thanks to the alumni and you new pupils or younger ones that are here. So enjoy your anniversary. Thank you very much.
Hello? Hello? I know. I want, before we get the next speaker, please, all of us, let us sing the Albert Academy school song. It is a form of energizer. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, go. Sing for Academy. Teacher, we prepare for life's road. As two standing there upon the hillside, never heart glad abode. Albert Academy, encyclopedia, never to be and to see. Our school leaders upon the hillside, oh, never own. Hip hip hip, hip hip hip. So before we go in to our respective classes, I'm going to give a short talk on civics. When we say civics, basically what you are to be as a good citizen. Civics is about citizenship, being a good citizen. For the Albert Academy, for you to be a good citizen, you must ensure that you respect authorities. You must ensure that you respect your parents. You must ensure that you respect school authorities, elders. Then of course you respect the law. So boys, if you are an academician, for you to be a good citizen,
you must always respect elders, your parents, your teachers, and the law. That is the basics of civics. Then you must know what to do. We have the do's and don'ts. The do's and don'ts. There are things that you should do. There are things that you should not do. Because Albert Academy is a Christian school, things that you should not do. Let us think about the 10 Commandments. They are all part of civics. You should not steal. You should not tell lies. You should not do anything that will affect other people. These are the bad things. But for school situation, ensure that you don't steal your colleagues' books, his pen, his textbook, his lunch. If you want to be a good citizen, you should not steal these things. What you should do, you must share. You must share. If you have two, you can give one if you have the opportunity. You must share. That is what is important. For Albert Academy, when you come to school, you share among yourselves. You talk to each other. Don't have grudges or malice. If somebody has done you wrong, talk to the person. Say what you have done is not right. Make peace with your fellow academicians. Don't fight. Don't fight. Ensure that you don't fight.
If somebody has hurt you, if somebody has hurt you, you cannot talk to the person. Talk to the authority. Ensure that you don't fight. Please do not fight. Don't use abusive languages. Don't use abusive languages. Don't steal. No thief. Don't gossip. No conversation. Ensure you make friends with everyone. We are all children, irrespective whether you are Creole, Mende, Fimni, Limba, or Lobo. We are all Sierra Leoneans. So if you want to be a good citizen, you must ensure you uphold citizenship. We are all Sierra Leoneans. There is no black, there is no white, there is no gray, there is no red or blue. We are all Sierra Leoneans. Ensure you share. Thank you very much.
Well, that's not the voice of Albert Massaquoi as one person I am the chairman for the Alumni Association. So you will tell viewers how to talk for me.
Well, today basically,
Thank you so much.
back to school,
Mr.
we do have with the deep wherein we encourage
We want to start this session.
women and old boys to come to
Okay, we'll have a break.
the younger
I
academy.
will call on you again
Basically,
to listen to our next speaker. Let's have a 10-minute break, please.
something
We'll call you again after 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
I decided to pass up on civic education from Civic. What are the do's and don'ts of good citizenship? Most of the female longish age for election. So I don't go into election because being a good citizen to make them understand what are the do's and don'ts, the aspects of sharing, having more, and ensuring that we are all surrounded. There is nothing like you or Mende or Lumba or Kimbo, but we are all Sierra Leoneans. So we come to preach and teach good citizenship. And the Sierra Leone police have come to talk about crimes, some of the petty crimes. also we get civil society we come here and talk about issues of drug abuse. So we use this opportunity to make relate to the consumers. Today we don't expect them to make them go into class or make them learn of maths or chemistry. Rather, they don't look at career and guidance counseling topics. So basically the entire day, that is what we do.
Right. So how Sunday get for Talek? What's about the match pass program?
Sunday is going to be very masterpiece. We don't plan out. That's going to be the climax of the 120 celebration. We like in the mirror, we get the tax. Sunday, unstoppable. Friday, we get the countdown.
The unstoppable.
Evening on Friday, we get to the social. Where we expect then Sunday, we are going to have a service where you can student service. Why they put the camera? The Kingdom Memorial. For this time, excuse me, it's going to be different because we will change the route from King Memorial, the visual, we go PZ, and from Gentry to PZ, Shaka Studio Street, we take the Ademba Road onto Christchurch. But we need to come up Circular Road. We will continue to Campbell Street, the entire Campbell Street to St. John, Savage Street, until we go and leave back. But the old ones, Albert Academy now, the end the lodge, while the other bands will enter the UDB, just within 15 meters. So basically, that's what we get from it. And for this year, the 120 celebration, we will introduce the Burundi with the Kanda, the Burundi blazer. The black as well as the Burundi, whether everyone the black or the red, whether everyone the Burundi or the red. But this year, we will introduce the Burundi blazer. So we will see a match pass with a difference.
Alright. Okay, thank you very much. Well, that's Albert Masako, we the chairman for the Alumni Association, as they celebrate their 120 years anniversary. Well, today the back to school session, and as you see, they see old people around, resident peoples, then at the school compound for make sure say themselves can grace the occasion. This is Sierra Network Salon, and me, Nasila Kem Takabu. You just join with the witness the Albert Academy alumni as they celebrate the 120 years anniversary. But today, na the back to school session. Nine they gone presently, and we don't listen to speakers them. We don't say a word or two. We don't listen to the assistant commissioner of police when Brian Camara, we normally people can call media one, as he don't tell we waiting na crime. They don't enlighten the students them how to stay away from violence. And also, we don't listen to somebody who come out from the drug agency. We say don't talk to students and let them stay away from drugs, as drugs they make somebody in future go down the drains. And also listen to Albert Masako, we say don't talk to me about civic education, as you don't enlighten them how you people for behave and how if you make sure say you do things for them, you be a responsible somebody in a society. You still there? There, and we will.
You take a flare.
We will stroll around, and before we end the live, we will talk to some people. Then we take a tour around the school compound, and you don't tell me, you're not an academician, you don't tell, you know, you see the school compound well. This is an opportunity. When you see, as you see front to screen, get an artificial turf way they get for fix and the work day in progress. This is not the main school building. Well, we still continue for going on live coverage as we're still in at the Albert Academy. School presently, they witness the back to school session. We will try to see if I talk to people them. We we get somebody we come out from the Washington chapter. Somebody will come out from the Washington chapter and hello sir, this is Sierra Network Salon. We just want to tell you how you feel for come back home, being that you don't live far from home too long, and also how it feels like for the part of this 120-year celebration.
I'm happy for because I see some progress from the last time I came. We don't come, don't left here about 20-some years now. But I try for the camp every 2-3 years. And the way we see the condition of the school, it wasn't where we wanted to be. So we decided with the association to support the other different associations then from London, Atlanta, Texas, and the Fulton chapter. We do an excellent job here making sure this pavement is where it's at today. So I'm just pleased to be here and see these young guys. Happy to see us. It's just a pleasure being here. So I feel proud. I'm proud to be an academician. And and I just want to let you meet them today and say anything in life, you will make it. You can make it. The only easy day was yesterday. Every day is going to be difficult, but what you do to overcome those difficulties is what's going to make you who you will become in the future. So my encouragement is just work hard, stay focused, be humble, respect others, respect yourself, and above all, stay away from drugs. We notice that the drugs will destroy the kids in this environment today. So the only encouragement and guidance I can give you is stay away from drugs and always find somebody to talk to really get through difficulties in your life. It's gonna be difficult. Even God said that I'm gonna make it difficult for you, but it will get better someday. You just have to be humble and accept anything that meets you.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, as you don't get the word from the Washington Chapter Secretary General, the Albert Academy and Alumni Association, you don't tell, you say, get for be disciplined, get for be difficult, and all you need for do, just stay focused and hope say better days, they come ahead. Well, we'll still lay around, we will see, we will get people more, we will talk to we. As I said, this is Sierra Network Salon, the only side where you will get quality broadcasting when it comes to schools, Thanksgivings, anniversary, and things the way they happen inside the country salon. Well, no witness as you see the old boys them. They really enjoy the day and they play tennis. I don't tell Kazola. Well, we deal with Dr. Sawyer. We now somebody we attend Albert Academy. We want to tell you as well the work presidency. Welcome to Sierra Network Salon.
Thank you very much.
And tell me how you feel like for the part of this 120 years anniversary celebration.
Today, we are full with gladness. And I'm so happy because 30 years ago, I came to this school. And from that 10 days to now, this school helped for change my life. Here at the Albert Academy, in those days, not to be just about acquiring knowledge, but also how they will train you for become a wholesome somebody in terms of how you live your life as an individual, issues around integrity, accountability, and how to coexist peacefully with people in our society. Above all, excellence. I remember from the days of Ibrahim Kaiselu to Kawa, they always tell you say AA, above all, excellence. So for me, the reality is, in the last couple of years, we may not be where we want to be as a school. Accepting that, one sign of knowing that we don't acknowledge how come out and how to do. But we believe, say, in the last couple of months, the old boy them, the alumni them, and the administration don't take massive steps there for move the school to be full. And I believe, say, this 120th anniversary go signal the start or the rebirth of the Albert Academy for go more than what we do in those glorious days.
All right, as Friday get for be the foundation day and also Sunday get for be the Thanksgiving. So I want to tell viewers what do people for expect.
Let's take the temperature. When I get for expect nothing below excellence. It's about Albert Academy, so excellence is our watchword. We go see on Sunday when they come, we go be cladded in a way we're different from previous years. We don't want to be all the leakage. Okay. When I go see the band in a style and manner and fashion where it not ever appear. But more so, we go also see the great sons and daughters of the Albert Academy. We're so proud for waiting the school don't make their delicate today. So we go paint the streets of Freetown with colors them we don't ever forget.
All right, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Well, that's not Dr. Sawyer. She don't get to say this year the different alumni chapter then don't make sure say they don't do plenty things for the school be how it may use for B. And Sunday they don't want to get all the leakage. Therefore make sure for them and try very hard for put things together. Hi God. You still there? This is Sierra Network Salon. Me, I see like Takabo, the man where they take it through. One try for see one gets a female we want see how possible we were able to get a female, we were able to talk to me. Now we hear from the woman then set your side. I will walk around the school proper, and hopefully we will get a female we will go talk to. Now we are from then Sefiel Sa.
Walk faster, walk faster. No, go last floor.
Oh, okay, now the female and the woman in that one.
Yeah. There's not to see. Yes, the first and some boys if you go right on the front floor, the last class you see some old boys in the room. Wait, madam. I don't know if you know who's saying that. Which one was that? I don't know if you know.
Well, this well, we don't witness beside the old boys then class that take place, and this now agriculture class.
And yeah, let's get it. Take your seats. We are doing a tour. A tour while others are lagging. Remember, we'll be giving you tests at the end of the day. Yes, sir. And those scripts are going to be marked. Yes. We don't need. I will publish it. You are going to know. Sorry, but you need it in cash. Take your seat, please. Okay, I'll take permission for giving you the first 5 minutes. Let's sit down, please. If you're here to land there. Yes, if you want to land, you can confirm.
Eh?
Mr. Civic. Welcome, sir. Agriculture. Chairman, agriculture.
Sit down. Hey, guys, he's coming. All of you come inside quickly for your lunch. Now, hello. Out. Now, I want us to suggest the name of the class. 1P. Okay, let's have it quiet. One white. Chemistry, physics, and biology class. What I'm saying now, as we have the subject, we say it's agriculture. But how are we going to fight this problem? Asking. Science and one. Yes, science, because before this time we have science tag 1 and 2. But now we only have science tag 1. Yes, only science tag. Nothing, only science. So I think we should have one. Okay. Science tag 1. Now. What I'm suggesting, you leave that door. Stay in class and do your work. Not the one with the camera. I'm talking of the GSS. Other teachers are there. This one mixed up class. We are taking it to be 1E. Well, this is part of the back to school session as they see all people stay sit down. Even in your own days, 1E was the first class with excellent students. So that's why we chose 1E. Now, you don't have 1E. Okay. So let's all accept 1E now. Well, we want to see how the other science and left. Go here. Well, we there with somebody we instead the part of the back to school session today, and we see every day said agriculture class. We tell viewers what that's here. I left the school in 1993 as a student of A-levels. Currently, I work as Deputy Director of the Ministry of Education. I'm a member of the school brass band, and also a member of the Alumni Association. Also a member of the school board. Albert Government is all about my life. So this means to love to me. I'm not always coming back to school. After 1 year as well, I left the school at A-level. For coming again, I was still in the police and where we already beat Celebratory, Kenya, and all this kind of things in school. And then you learn to beat them up from there. Go down to Texas. They bring a lot of memory back to life. We believe that this is a time for really the model of inspiration. The young lads of Albert Calvin, let them be inspired and also say we are ready to take Albert Calvin to the heights we start abusing of the and let us see Albert Calvin be one of the best schools again in this country. Congratulations to all academicians around the globe, in Africa, Asia, Europe, and in America, where the
celebrate this particular month in October 4 and the 6th. We're going to get with fans. We look forward to everybody who's celebrating.
All right, thank you. We will go down as we don't can witness.
Hey.
When I give you a chance, please. When I give it. Still inside the school compound. Well, we there with somebody with plenty students them. They know na academy and somebody very strict way. Now Mr. Ufana we call him Fufi, and we see himself there inside a correct uniform today. So why not tell you how you feel for the part of this celebration?
This is my historic event, bringing us together.
together 20, 30, 40 years as pupils of the school, and God still make it possible for you to still be alive. So one potential thing here, I mean, we don't see all faces say, they can school, we share lunch together, we don't get markets, we don't go eat cookie, we don't eat, buy a granite cake, ginger cake, all of them things. It's a good remembrance for we meeting again as an academician.
Okay, so what do people expect Sunday?
Sunday, of course, are fireworks. In a sense, we prove them back to the nation that the Albert Academy in the Sabi before. They are the same Albert Academy. And that's what I mean. We are a united family. And this time around, we see up to 220 bandsmen where they take me in the streets of Freetown for this Thanksgiving. Well, some people go around for no shall they end. Now you believe the way. They start the procession from the school grounds to say this one now. On the fourth one of the Founders Day, they unveil this pitch where they see so now from this video. When you carry the front, a complete different thing you go see the artificial turf, they go just spread them where you would expect to get the #1 gentleman that's His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Mada Biogo Dana will meet for as we keynote and speaker.
So we go end the broadcast as we want to say thank you to you all on the with we from all starts. But before we end, we see if we don't get female who they see the approach on the screen. So we just want, yes, mommy, good morning, and welcome to Sarah Network Salon. We want to tell you as I feel as a lady for the part of this celebration. For Telui and Mommy said they wish that the school would be accommodate females then so competition would be. Now I go say Tata, and this now the Alumni Association of Albert Academy as they celebrate 120 years anniversary, and this now the back to school session. Stay blessed and have a nice day, and stay put as Sarah Network Salon will give you the very best of coverage throughout this anniversary celebration. Tata, so till we meet again.